Hello. Just me so far. Where's Michael? Michael. There he is.
I'm not going to talk because I can't talk anyway, so you're not going to hear from me tonight.
That's fine. I'll do all the yapping. Don't worry about that. Cool. Right. So you're stuck with me tonight, I'm afraid, guys. And luckily for you, I've got my voice. Michael hasn't. So as you could hear, he is rather unwell, but he is hosting the show. So yeah, brilliant. So I believe we got the maximum mean temperature anomaly. So March was rather average in terms of temperature. Besides over Wales, the southeast, and pretty much the northern half of Scotland, that was below average, with a little above average over Northern Ireland. Compare that to 61 to 90 anomaly. The country was actually majoritarily warm, between 0.5 to 2.5 above average, except for a little slice across Scotland. Yeah, go ahead, Michael. Yeah, so as you can see, the temperature anomaly. So let's see what the next one is. There we go. So that's the minimum temperature anomaly. No, the mean temperature, sorry. Yeah, mean temperature. So that's the temperature both day and night mixed together. And it was quite average as well, except for parts of Lincolnshire, Norfolk, parts of South Wales, a couple of little spots, and into Cornwall as well, were above average, just 0.5 to 1.5. The north of Scotland was between 0.5 and 2.5 above average. So compare that to 61 to 90. The majority of the country, whereas between 0.5 and 2.5 above average, with that little mean slice there. It's a little bit more broader, this one, and there towards the north of Scotland it was a little cooler than average. Go ahead, Michael. So the next one will more likely be rainfall. Yes. So as you can see, we did have a wetter than average March. As Michael said, he had over 100 millimetres at his location in the Midlands. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you an average of what it was up here, but it was quite wet. Yeah, roughly where Michael's hovering now is where I am. So it would have been around about 150 or 175 above percent above average. Yeah, around that area. Northern parts of northern Scotland were actually drier than average. So the actual, there we go. So it was actually drier than average across the east, and then right through the middle, it was just a little above average, meaning in terms of millimetres, we're looking upwards of nearly 100 along the east coast and through the central belt, and parts of Lancashire and Merseyside and into the Midlands, but everywhere else was between 150 to 200, maybe up to 300 millimetres across the higher ground, which is, yeah, I'd expect that, especially the Lake District. You can see where Michael's hovering, knocking on the door of 500 millimetres plus there. Just trying to see if there's any other spots. All the other spots seem to be around about 300. So we'll go back to the 91 to 2020, and as you can see, it was, for the majority, above average, upwards of 200% in parts of the Midlands, anywhere really in a slice from the Humber to Merseyside, really, and across North Wales. Where Northern Scotland was on average to just below. What's the next one, Mike? You don't mind me saying? See what the next one is? It is sunshine. As you can see by all the grey, we were actually below average. I believe in terms of rainfall, we were in the regions, I think it said March 81. I've not received any data on the sunshine, but it was.
Yeah, that's correct. It was actually our wettest March since 1981. So we're talking about 42 years since we
Yeah,
had a wet March.
yeah,
It kind of counteracts the dry February we had, so kind of averages out.
yeah, which probably will average. Looking at April's going to be a mixed month. It looks like we're going to get intercepted by a few low pressure systems as well. But as you can see, anyway, going back to the charts, we're looking around about 50 to 90% of average, maybe up to 110% in some places, except for Western Scotland, which has between 110 and 130. Yeah, where Michael's just hovering now. They had 110 to 130 above average, whereas the majority of the country was either bang on or below average. What was the actual, Michael? If you don't mind just hovering over to the actual, and we'll see what they had. So, in terms of hours, we didn't get much sunshine either. So that pretty much correlates with the wet average for March as well. So, in terms of sunshine hours, mostly the west and the south, which is where most of the low pressure systems were tracking, got the least sunshine. So you're looking between 60 and 80 hours, maybe between 40 and 80, sorry, maybe up to 100 in them wetted areas. But as you go further north, more sunshine, as you can see, up to about 140 hours in parts of Aberdeenshire and Yorkshire and into probably County Durham and Teesside. They were in the region of 100 to 120 hours of sunshine. Right. Have we got any other ones? Or let's have a look. Got days of air frost. Yes, I forgot about that. So the actual days were between, I would say, between 5 and 25 plus. Considering, obviously, further north you are, the more chance, because they were evading the rain. But in them rainy areas, there was still some days of frost. I mean, there Michael's hovering over northern Scotland, over like the Cairngorms, into 25 plus days or nights. So that's pretty much every single day of March had a day of air frost. And here we go. So this is days of air frosts on the 91 to 2020 anomaly, and pretty much on average, really. In fact, in terms of days, besides down south, obviously with the rain and stuff like that, they were actually below average in terms of days, whereas Scotland was above average. So yeah, right. Do we have another one, or do you want me to go on to the pictures and stuff like that? Oh yeah, 91 to 20 in terms of ground frost. Pretty much below average. In terms of days, we're looking for the majority of England and Wales between 5 and 15, I would say. With northern Scotland, parts of like Aberdeenshire up into Moray, I think it is. Correct me if I am wrong. Between 15 and 25 days of air frost. Sorry, ground frost, not air frost. So that, like I say, correlates with the wetter patch down at the bottom here and drier being up there. And the next one, lightning strikes. Oh, and Gordon will love this. Lightning Alley. Actually got some lightning. But you can see they were in quite organised lines, yeah, around Lancashire, the little area me and Gordon call Lightning Alley, just to the north of the Fylde coast and through the Ribble Valley. Yeah, that's the one, Michael. You can see there's quite a line there going up into it. So yeah, there's quite a few lines. Be interesting actually to see what today's changing on from that, because we've had some thunder today. What today's lightning strike might be like. I'll have to have a look for that. But I think that is that for that. Are we right there, Michael? Do you want me to take over onto the photos and stuff now? I'll take that as a yes. All right. Let me just get control.
Just bear with me a second. I'll get today's lightning detector up. Just bear with me.
Cheers, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, as you know, guys, we had a few technical issues for the last week or so with Michael's ISP playing funny buggers, because Michael hosts these live streams on his internet. He's faster and supposedly more reliable as well, but it weren't. But here's what it is. We're here now anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it's not letting me load up the lightning detector from today.
Ah, damn it! Is it on like NetWeather or something? I'm just
hear
going
me?
to. Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Yeah. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not letting me load up. So if you want to get your screen share up, the signal's playing up slightly again. So just keep an eye on that.
Yep. No worries. Right. I want to go to. I'm going to have a look on Blitz Autumn. I usually give you a good determination of where all the thunder has been for the day. Bear with me, guys, while I just load this up. UK. So there's only been 16 strikes, apparently. Yeah, I don't know if that's in the last hour or so. There's been 13 in the last hour. Strikes. Let's have a look. No. Detectors. No. Strikes. Right. So at the moment, actually, we'll forget the lightning map. We'll come to that another time because we haven't got any up to date. Right. I was going to show today's photos. So I'll go back to stream. Yeah, I think it's your ISP playing up again, mate. Facebook, and there we go. I'm guessing I'm live. Just check. Oh, yeah.
Full screen.
Slight slant. Yeah, I can see it now, mate. Thank you. Yeah, so obviously today's been a showery day down in the south. Kind of missed out really up here in the north, but it has been raining for the last couple of days. This one was from Fear, I believe. Fear Love. Saying, hope it's okay to post this from 2019. It was hot and hazy and I was on my lunch break. I'd never seen iridescence like it. Stunning. As good as I say, as Gordon says, excellent as well. This one was from Aidan Griffiths. First thunder of the season and quite some impressive cloud structure there as well. Some big tops, I call them. Flick down. There we go. It is that is in the UK. I did ask where it was. Obviously, I can't see that, but that was today. That's from Lewis. I believe you said it was an Airbus A321. Yeah, over Luton. Some dark clouds there. Yeah, some really dark clouds. Some low bases as well. We got more planes. Angry looking sky in a lot. Put my teeth in. Angry looking sky in North Lincolnshire right now. A lot darker and bluish grey in real life from Daisy. I could believe that. And here's some from James, regular contributor to the group. and on the choo-choos. Oh, I like that. Bit of outflow there. Yeah, some nice cumulus. Bit of cumulonimbus. Quite a nice line of cloud there, as you can see. Another one from James. Bit of a line there as well. Bear with. I think we are, Michael. Showing on my screen, mate. Oh. Just bear with me 2 seconds, guys, if you can all still hear me or not. I maybe just... All right, he's back. Right, do apologise about that, guys. We were having some technical gremlins on in the Midlands, at HQ in the Midlands. Right, back to the photos. So yes, as you can see there, James, some stormy photos and nice bit of blue sky there. Could do with some more of that. Oh, that's a nice brewing storm. Nice. Well, it's a nice tower building there. Probably the storm that's heading down to London at the moment. I will show that on the radar in a sec. No, we're all the way back to the beginning. Right. So in that case, I want to share this. So this is the radar, the EU Metsat, I think it is. Yes. So as you can see there, there's the storms moving down into the southeast. I'm just going to quickly try and get them up on net weather. Yep, got it. Right, so they've actually moved out now into the channel, but there is still some showers moving back into northern England associated with this little finger of cloud here off the succession of fronts that there was from yesterday. So yeah, as I say, that cloud, see if I can refresh it. There we go. Yeah, as you can see there, that cloud's now moved out into the channel. I'll just quickly show you. There we go. So as you can see there, a few showers over Scotland, some there moving into northern England, and that line of showers that's come out of the Midlands has moved out through London and is now into the channel. That's at 8:10. I'll just put the lightning on just for effect. And there's been no lightning strikes in the last 20 minutes anyway. Right. We'll get on to the UKV. Go there. We'll go here. All in real time, as you can see. Share this tab. There we go. As you can see, quite a few showers today. I don't know what the highest temperature was, but I would imagine somewhere in the low to mid-teens. Let's go to where we are now. So, yeah, as you can see there, it's pretty much spot on with that. I don't know about that cluster there across northern England here. I think this is moving inland, actually, off the North Sea, like I say, associated with this cold, front. See where that goes. Should, according to the UKV anyway, which was saying we could have a mesocyclone today over the north, it says it's moving towards the southeast. We will see. So as you can see, a bit of a clearance for the early hours. Let's see if that correlates to colder temperatures. It does. So it could be a bit of air frost over the higher ground, but freeze falls over the most of England anyway. 2s in the west, just hovering maybe above freezing over the higher ground in the southeast and East Anglia, 6 and 7 degrees where the cloud lingers. So let's move on and see what tomorrow brings. So as you can see, this cloud coming in off the North Sea as well as off the Atlantic. And looks like a pretty usable day tomorrow. Some fair weather cloud bubbling up. Could lead to a shower or two. Won't rule that out, as you can see there. And we'll have a look at the maximum temperature for tomorrow. Responding quite well. 13, 14, possibly 15 degrees somewhere in England, where the sun is most prolonged anyway. Across Scotland, 10 to 12 degrees, I would say. Maybe the odd 13 with a bit of fern effect. They're in probably Loch Ness, I think that is. And across the Hebrides as well. Ireland, 12 to 13. Across the Republic, 13 to 14 degrees. Wales, 12 to 13 degrees. Let's go there. So, as you can see here, the skies do actually stay clear for the evening, so there could be some cracking sunsets tomorrow, especially in the west as you look further west, obviously. But cloud does move in off the North Sea into easternmost areas, anywhere east of the Pennines, really, and across East Anglia. Not to say that, there's going to be a bit of high cloud across Ireland as well. Keep moving on. A little bit of sea fret maybe in these, these little areas here. No, I'll keep going. Yeah, it's all right. Still got some technical issues. So yeah, we'll just keep continuing. As you can see, the cloud does move in, but it could be high cloud really. It will prevent the temperatures from going down too far, I would imagine. Let's have a look. Yeah, as you can see, 6-7 degrees across them areas with the cloud. Further west, could be some frost over the higher ground, like maybe the Malvern Hills into Dorset down somewhere like that, and across the Welsh Marches as well, maybe even into the Lake District, over everywhere else, staying above freezing. Let's have a look at Easter Saturday. As you know, tomorrow is Easter Friday, so hopefully people will be enjoying a day off and going places while that weather's nice. Anyway, Easter Saturday. So, yeah, a bit of high cloud across the east, which looks like it may fizzle out, but could possibly bring a shower or two down the spine of the country. Obviously, with the wind coming in off the east, it will push that warmer air and moisture up, causing it to force. So have a look at the temperatures, and much like Good Friday, 13, 14, possibly 15 degrees, as the sun is now starting to gain a lot more strength. It would be like coming into the middle-late of August right now, in terms of heat from the sun. So we'll continue on into Easter Sunday. As you can see, them showers fade away. Could be another cracking sunset on Easter Saturday. Here we are. So there's plenty more clouds. So this will prevent temperatures from going too cold. Yeah, set across like easternmost areas where there might be some cloud breaks, but where the cloud's building across the country, 4, 5, 6 degrees, so no air frost. We'll just continue on into Sunday, and Easter Sunday does actually look a dry day. Could be usable, except in the very far west, as you can see there, with an approach in front. But yes, Easter Sunday could be a very usable day to go and see your family. If it was raining, you could use that as an excuse, but do you want 16 degrees possible down here in the south? 13, 14 degrees across the north, 15 there in Lancashire, and across Merseyside and into North Wales. Could be a 16 there in somewhere like Carmarthen, into Snowdonia possibly. Obviously, Snowdonia's going to be colder. But yeah, 14, 15 degrees quite widely across northern Scotland, though. That is a bit of an easterly wind and maybe 4, 5s, 6s. Further west, obviously, 14, 15 degrees as that front moves its way towards the east. So let's see where that front goes. So as you can see, overnight that marches its way into England. Looks like it breaks up a little bit. See the temperatures, double figures across the south. So 9, 10, 11 degrees. 7, 8 degrees across England, the majority of England and Wales, with 3 to 5 degrees across northern Scotland and across Ireland and the Republic. So one look into Easter Monday, and as always, with a bank holiday, it's raining. Wouldn't be England without rain, would it? Well, a bit of a showery follow-on here to the south, obviously. It's, 5 days out? Something like 4 or 5 days out, so that could change the speed of how it goes through and stuff like that. Anyway, so that leaves us into a bit of a showery regime, mostly in the areas that we've seen them today. So across the south, in a line from the Wash to the Wirral, maybe across northern Wales as well. They'll be coming in lines from the northwest. A bit of a line there into the Hebrides and northern Scotland. And we'll have a look at the temperatures. Not too shabby, a little bit down on Easter Sunday, but to be expected as an Atlantic front moves through. Just for the giggles, let's have a look, see what the HPA is, the 850. About 0 to -2, so it ain't too cold. As you can see, there is cold air out in the Atlantic, but nothing too serious, I would imagine. I'll have a look at, actually, let me come to this one, the GFS, the godfather of predictions. Here we go. So this is today's, and as you can see, we are under the influence of a ridge of high pressure with this surface low providing cloud. This is what brought all the rain yesterday. Just move that forward into tomorrow. So first thing tomorrow, high pressure starting to reassert itself across the country. As you can see, that Scandi eye builds again. More of a, Scandi into Siberia. Well, no, Siberia's got low, so yeah, Scandi eye. And that just continues to build, but does bring in a bit of an easterly, no beast, not this time of the year anyway. You can see there is a bit of a southern influence here, which could bring the temperatures into 15, 16 degrees, I would imagine. Have a look, see how that goes. That gets cut off and goes more continental as that low winds itself up to the west for Monday. So this is Easter Sunday, still under the influence of high pressure. That's why the temperatures are responding so well coming out of Iberia and France and in Italy and in the Med. 16, 17 degrees, I won't put it past. But this low is tightening the isobars, so it could get quite windy as well as it moves in. It looks an okay day, does Easter Sunday. So let's go forward to Monday. And that low is pushing the front forward. There has been some predictions for this low, but they don't look to be coming to fruition. So, bit of an Atlantic influence for next week. As you can see here, there's a bit of a low developing. Interesting to see where that goes. Just builds into a bit of a little bit of a dartboard, maybe. Winds itself up. Does bring in some cooler air into the low. But this is at 500 HPA, not 850. So it's further up in the atmosphere. About 18,000 feet, I believe. I'll go down to 850 anyway. I'll give us an idea of what the surface temperature may be. So as you can see, that colder air is being dragged in, but it's only like where we are now, 0 to -5. But that low winds itself up in the North Sea, but still keeps bringing in these Atlantic, more returning maritime, maybe, polar maritime. Well, there's a little bit of a tropical influence there as well. So one could cancel out the other. Let's just keep going. This is Thursday. And as you can see, that low is now filled across Norway, but spawning a sister low here. Got a nice little chunky one here. I think this is from all, the latent thing. Could be a extratropical cyclone, the way that's hooking in to the thing. Right. Anyways, sorry guys, I just got a little bit distracted there. Just checking for comments. Right, so let's see where this low goes. That's out in the Atlantic. That doesn't really come anywhere. But yeah, this warmer air could be heading our way for next weekend. Let's have a look. It does look like it. There's a high pressure there starting to rebuild itself over the Azores. Obviously, the Scandi eye is being replaced by this low that winded itself up. Obviously, this is all subject to change. We're just looking for trends at the moment. And there does look to be a bit of a southerly trend there as we go into next weekend. So the weekend of the 15th and the 16th of April, sorry. Does actually bring in the 0 to +5 ice firm across the country. Possibly even the +10 across southern areas. That doesn't last long as low pressure starts to wind itself up in the Atlantic. It does send that, shows the high pressure by the 18th reasserting itself across the country. Now this is where the clickbaits may be getting their ideas from. Obviously this is 2 weeks away now. So I wouldn't take this too seriously. There's that big chunky low in the Atlantic, which could force more warmer air up, but it doesn't. I believe that's nearly the end of the run. Yep, so high tries to rebuild itself again over the country by the 20th. So yeah, it could get could have a bit of an unsettled period during next week. Let's just go through that again. Let's go back. So yeah, with that dominant low coming through from the weekend, from Monday onwards. As you can see, it just pushes that Scandi eye back into towards Russia, and could be some cold conditions coming into Finland and into Russia, maybe the Baltics. Nah, I don't know. Anyway, some hot air being forced up there, maybe into Turkey, somewhere like that, Greece. Hard to say. Anyway, so yeah, next week looks rather unsettled, to say the least, on this run of the GFS. I think that's about it. Let's have one look at the fax charts. There we go, fax chart. Before we go, and I might have a look at the rainfall anomaly as well. So as you can see there, there's a decaying cold front. Then there's a wiggling decaying front as well, and another one. So have a look at 24 hours. So that moves forward, as you can see. High pressure reasserts itself for tomorrow, for Saturday. So this is for Friday at 12 o'clock. Little surface low, but could be some showers, who knows. And that then leads to, obviously, big low pressure out in the Atlantic. And that does get actually held back by the high pressure on this by Sunday. And then doesn't really move any further forward until Monday, which is, as predicted, colder air behind it. And as you can see there, succession of troughs leading back, so plenty of showers behind this low pressure. Right, I'm just going to quickly go back and find the anomalies. We'll go back to GFS. There we go. UK precipitation type. No, it's not there. Right. Let me have a look at the ECM. There's nothing. Oh yeah, there we go. Precipitation total. So this will give us an idea of how much there is, at least by the 14th, because that's as far as it's got at the moment. So by midnight Friday, some western areas could see 60 millimetres of rain, up to 70 millimetres. Further east, about an inch of rain. Just try to see when that's mostly from. So that front that comes through doesn't really give much, but it looks like as them showers get going, and another low comes through, there could be a quite chunky amount of rain, as you can see here. 73 millimetres across Western Wales, 60 to 70 maybe across the Lake District, somewhere like that, North Yorkshire, maybe up to 80 across Western Scotland. Let's look at the 2 meters. Yep, and I'll do that. And I will come back to the main screen. So I think Michael's gone. September. Let's have summer first. That's Michael. Yeah, I do apologise, guys. I think Michael has disappeared off the screen. So as it says there, have a nice Easter, everyone. We will see you Easter Sunday from around 8 p.m. Hopefully. Here he is. Hello, Michael. Are you still there, mate?
I'm still here.
He's still there. God bless you, mate. Yeah, hopefully I've done a good job tonight covering for you. No, September.
You've done a good job.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I do try my best. But yeah, hopefully we'll have more, we'll have more on terms of what the lows are going to do on Sunday night. We will hopefully be back as normal, fingers crossed,
Yeah, oh, excuse me, for a change. It's going to be quite a nice Easter then, just obviously, so that change coming from Monday, really. But can't complain. Things were drying up, but you
No,
use the
exactly.
weather for going for walks or doing something in the garden, that ready for the spring and for the summertime.
Exactly. Getting your summer kit out, getting your trampolines and your rattan sets out for the
Well, just
patios.
keep an eye on that low pressure during midweek. That's something to keep an
Yeah,
eye on.
it certainly is. It's going to give a bit of
I'll keep
rain,
the
but
level on Sunday.
yeah, I think Sunday will be better for that one. Now, give us an idea of what's going to happen then, won't it? So yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off now, and I think Michael's going to go sign off with a few cupfuls of Lemsip and paracetamol and get himself
Oh yeah, to have a
prepared
take
for
it.
Easter. Say that again,
Got a bloody
mate.
sore throat, and I've got a bloody sore throat. It's getting back into my nasal passage again.
Oh no,
I thought I'll
that's
shift it last time, but it hasn't. It's come back with a vengeance.
that's what you get for working in the freezer, my friend. Just for someone who
Right.
knows.
Yes. Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I'm going to say good night from me and good night from him as well, because I want Michael to save his voice. And I think we'll call that a night, mate.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
will see
Fingers
you all
crossed.
on
Peter
Sunday.
Mead will sort themselves out for bloody Sunday.
Indeed, indeed. Right, guys, we will say good night and we will see you all on Easter Sunday around 8 p.m. Anyway, good night and
Yeah.
take
Thanks for
care,
watching,
everyone.
guys.
Thank you.